Trusting God. How do you trust God when the wicked continue to be more wicked? When they stand in the way of even the most basic necessities, wanting to humiliate you, watching and listening to every word, hoping they can taunt you with the same words you have used? How do you trust God when not even a glimmer of hope shows in the horizon? How do you trust God when it seems blockages and closed doors stand everywhere you turn? How do you trust God in the midst of mockery, hatred, and malice? How do you trust God when sabotage is all around you? The easy answer is you don't. But the harder one is you trust Him anyway. You trust Him when it hurts. You trust Him when your circumstances are probably set up to ensure you fail. You trust Him even when obstacles seem insurmountable. You trust Him with everything. You trust Him with your doubts. You trust Him in your poverty. You trust Him in your lack. You trust Him even when you look stupid. You trust Him when you're used as an example of one whom God has abandoned. You trust Him in hunger and thirst. You trust Him in tatters. You trust Him in shame and insults. You trust Him even when you can see the snares that have been set before you. You trust Him when you do not understand what He is doing or the outcome of it. You trust Him in your tears and agony. You shift your eyes from the wicked and their devices, and you look up and pray for faith, for hope, and for strength, even for another minute, another hour, another day, another week, another month, another year. You know you have a mediator who is acquainted with all your pain and grief, and is able at any moment to turn things around and make all things new. You rest in the confidence that God has it in His hands, and the hope of glory, whether it manifests in this lifetime or the next, is fully assured by the one who keeps His word. While your emotions may be swayed by external circumstances and situations, you can rely on the firm foundation set by Jesus Christ, the living Word, the anchor of our faith. You can stand firm in the Word that remains true and gives it life eternally. You have already passed from death to life. You have already overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony in Jesus Christ. External circumstances are temporary, and even the wicked who seem to have an upper hand at the moment will surely account for all their actions and deeds as they are recorded. And the greater event is that your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. What can take that away? What better assurance than eternity with a Savior will wipe all our tears and sorrows away? Rejoice in the Lord always.